morning, Teacups. Welcome back to my channel. Today I am going to be sharing my NEWTs Readathon TBR. So if you aren't familiar with this readathon, I will have the link down below to G's video. She is the creator of this readathon and she has all of the information in her video, but basically it's designed to make you feel like you're taking your nastily exhausting wizarding tests at Hogwarts, and it's gonna be super fun, and it's definitely not too late to join in because it doesn't start until August. So you still have time if you want to gather up your TBR. I was going back and forth with my TBR, so I'm filming this video a little bit later than I had originally anticipated because, I don't know, I kept changing up my TBR, but I finally have it all figured out, and basically I'm going for the herbology professor position. So my TBR is like based off of that, and I have to read 7 books for the professor career. So
yeah,
I felt weird ordering this drink.
why?
I was like, can I have a pink drink, please? Thank you, appreciate it. Well, you know.
So I'm taking 4 classes: herbology, defense against the dark arts, charms, and divination. So for herbology, to receive an A, you have to either listen to an audiobook or pick a book with a green cover. So I'm going to be reading How to Houseplant by Heather Rodino. This is a beginner's guide to making and keeping plant friends. And I thought this was perfect for herbology because this is basically like a herbology textbook, and it goes through all of the plant care basics, and then in part 2 it goes through the plant profiles and it teaches you all about the different plants. So it tells you which soil, how much light they need, water and humidity, temperature, size, and other tips. So yeah, I'm really excited to learn more about plants because I do want to purchase more real plants within my home. And then to receive an E, you have to read a book between 350 to 390 pages. So for this, I have chosen This Time Will Be Different by Misa Sugiura, and I am really excited about this. This is a young adult contemporary, and the main character works at a flower shop, which I think is really cute. So I'm excited to dive into that one. And then to receive an O, you have to read a book with a flower on the cover. So I have decided to throw in some poetry books because last time I definitely didn't get through all of my TBR, and I think a big part of it was like my books were probably too long. So I thought if I put some poetry books on my TBR list, I can get through it pretty quickly since I have to read 7 books in a month. So this is The Sun and Her Flowers by Rupi Kaur, and this has some little illustrations throughout, but I think this will be a pretty quick read. And I don't know, I'm excited to kind of explore the poetry world because I've read a little bit of poetry, but I don't read it very often, and I think I'm really gonna like it. So that is it for herbology, and then for defense against the dark arts, I have to receive at least an E. So starting with the A grade, you have to read a book that's black under the dust jacket, and I really struggled with this. I was like, I cannot find one, and I really wanted to use a book that I already owned. So I tweeted out to you guys, I was like, do you have any recommendations? And some of you told me that the hardback edition of The Cruel Prince by Holly Black is in fact black underneath the dust jacket. So I was like, perfect, I already own this book, I haven't read it yet. So this is a young adult fantasy novel, and it is said to be lush, dangerous, and a dark jewel of a book. So I'm excited about this. I don't read very much fantasy. I'm actually pretty picky about fantasy books, so I'm interested to see if I will enjoy this. I know there is a lot of hype around this book, and hopefully I will love it, so we shall see. And then to receive an E, this was Gilderoy's Memory Charm. So the first book you remembered from your TBR. So this one is Own Your Everyday by Jordan Lee Dooley. So this is to overcome the pressure to prove and to show up for what you were made to do. And then one of the reviews says, in a world where we often feel pressured to move forward as quickly as possible, the words that fill these pages shine light on this beautiful truth. There is a fulfilling life to be lived right here where we are. I love the idea of that, and I definitely do feel the very fast pace of this world that we live in, and it can be kind of hard to just be where we are and to be present fully in the moment, and I really want to focus on that. And then it also touches on perfectionism as well, and that is also something that I struggle with. So I think I need this book. I really think I need it. So I think it's gonna be really, really good. And then for charms, I only have to receive an A for this one. So to receive an A, you have to read a book with a gorgeous cover. So for this, I have actually chosen kind of a simple cover because I really love simple designs, and I think this is really beautiful, and I love the black and white. So this is Love Her Wild by Atticus, and this is also another poetry book, and there are some beautiful black and white photographs throughout this. It's definitely very artsy, and I like that a lot. So I definitely think I will enjoy the writing style of this because I've actually come across some of his poems on Pinterest, and I loved the way he made like simple things sound so beautiful and poetic. So yeah, I'm really excited for that one. I was so tempted to read that one this month, but I was like, I'm gonna save it for the readathon because poetry books will be good for the readathon. And then my last book on my TBR, this is for divination. And to receive an A in divination, you have to read a white book. And this is going to be a reread for me, but I am so incredibly excited. You know it's a good book when you're excited to reread it. So this is The Dream Thieves by Maggie Stiefvater, and this is the second book in the Raven Cycle series. I can't say enough good things about this series. It is so imaginative. It's so unlike anything I've ever read before, and I really think that everyone should read it. It's like that good. The characters are so real, and it's such, I don't know, it's so hard to explain. It's such a strange plot. It's such a strange world, but okay, my neighbor's dog is barking, so that's kind of happening right now. I highly recommend this series, and the audiobooks are really good as well. So yeah, that is what I'm going to be reading for August. Hopefully I can get through this very ambitious TBR. Let me know what you guys will be reading in August. And yeah, I will see you guys again soon. Thanks for watching. Bye!